there's a prophecy over your life. Demons did everything they could so that it wouldn't come true. But now that you're embracing, embodying, now that you've come into your gifts, it's undeniable wholeness. Infinite Waters flowing through you on point, Dexter. This is Tarot on Dex, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started, because you know we dominate these time constraints. So either I'm seeing issues around your birth. I'm seeing a wise old woman, like a midwife or a nurse. But this nurse had been dealing or working in bringing lives to earth. That's a very powerful position. The person who is standing there when a soul transitions, right? But this woman is, this particular person who was there with your mother as she was giving birth, spoke over, it was the time frame that you were born in. Children born during this time, the door opened. Children born during this time are very special to the collective. It was prophesied over your life that your experience would have a major impact over the entire collective. And there were demonic entities. People were jealous of your mother's abilities or your family, your bloodline's abilities. In any case, demonic entities work tirelessly since you were very young, since you came into age. So since like adolescence, you know, when you start growing pubic hairs, that right around that age. Since that age, they work to try to have an effect on your root and your sacral chakras. So at a very young age, you may have labeled yourself as hypersexual or some other social awkward energy, right? So like either you were hypersexual or you stayed a virgin for a long time. It's this type of energy. But it was because these entities were using your emotions, not before you could even recognize that emotion meant that energy emotion, and you were giving your emotion to entities that were siphoning your energy to it's like taking a rocket ship and throwing it off course. You know what I mean? You were because your emotion is so powerful. It's like you have that they doing that on purpose. That's the demonic entities that we talking about, right? Like, but it's like because you have this fuel, the rocket fuel that you have can take you further than the general masses because there are prophecies over you. But when you give your emotions to things that are off course, it misguides, it misdirects you. But this was before you came. You already know all of this shit, right? Just making it relevant, just making it tap in and tune in. So for a long time, these archon entities that sometimes were family, they sometimes were friends, maybe sometimes you could recognize it as enemies, right? The adversaries. Spirit doesn't even like that word. In any case, when you begin to recognize your gifts, talents, and abilities, it was undeniable. They attacked your roots chakra for so long that the energy that they would normally use to bring you back in control, that looks like scarcity, fear, or embarrassment, it doesn't work on you. Because for so long, they affected your root chakra, so you dealt with all of these conflicting emotions. You already did all that shit. How you gonna feel embarrassed? How you gonna feel scared when you're doing all of this shit by yourself? Is this type of energy. I'm trying to stay emotionally. When you began to recognize your power, where the fuel for your rocket ship came from, you got real intentional about the direction that you're going in, and now nothing can stop you. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. There's also this energy that's coming through that has to do with you now being able to readily identify, like you recognize, you see the Agent Smiths. It doesn't matter what they say or how they respond. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. It doesn't matter. For a long time, you could see them a mile away, but the benefit of the doubt, when you started recognize who was getting the benefit of the doubt, and nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. Temperance angel is at the bottom of the deck. Once you started to figure them out, it was nothing that was going to stop you. The Chariot card is out here with the Knight of Wands. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. It was nothing that they could say out their motherfucking mouth to tell you. You have my mom used to say, a thought sense is the best sense. A psychiatrist will tell you experience is the best teacher. Your auntie might say the only thing you can expect a person to do is the same thing they did the first time. Is this type of shit right here, right? The Six of Wands is out here with the Five of Cups out here. But you do not respond emotionally anymore. One of the four agreements says don't take anything personally. The Six of Wands is out here with the Five of Cups. There's this energy also of expectation. Well, it was because it was my mama, I expected it this. Or because it was my cousin, I expected this. Or because I thought this person was my friend, I expected this. You experience all of these tumultuous lack of security, finances, and feeling exiled and left out very, very young. So now those normal things that may be having an effect on most adults, it doesn't affect you the same way. And that is where this occult witch fucked up. That's the energy of the Five of Pentacles is out here. That one little slither of hope is where your little slither slipped in. Is this type of energy. The Knight of Swords, that was all you needed. The Knight of Swords is out here with the Ten of Swords. That's three swords with the four swords. That's all you needed. Of the peace that surpasses all understanding. That's all you needed, was to recognize how you could direct and guide your ship to the peace that surpasses all understanding. And I really feel like what really had you misguided for a long time was the desire for a relationship. Right? And we talked about ships. We talked about how ships supposed to take you places, right? And so when you recognize that your body is a vessel, a type of ship that's supposed to take your soul to a place of peace that surpasses all understanding, you disconnected from the desire for relationships that wasn't at a place of peace. And if you wanted to be in a relationship, then they had to meet you at the top that looked like peace. It's this type of energy. The Five of Swords is out here. And for that peace, you were willing to go to war. It's this type of energy. You know my intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance by aiding and healing the parts of each of us that need it most. I hope this helps wholeness. Infinite waters flowing through you. It was prophesied. It's written.